What's up, guys? So today I will be explaining my build for those who wanted to know. It's a Death Blow Berserker build. So I'll give you the skills and abilities that I equipped um, the first 20, 30, 40 levels or whatever. So here you go. My abilities, this is my Paragon board. I've been working on it, as you can see. I'll get back with that. Okay, here we go. First, I have Lunging Strike. Okay, this is great because it closes the distance on a lot of enemies, and it can get you in and out of situations. You can kind of lunge in and lunge out. He moves pretty quickly if you ever played with him. With this, these other moves aren't as great for distance closing, but they have their own advantages, like the Frenzy Strike dual wield. You have to be really close with this, but it's a really fast attack. The bash is really good, but it's really slow, but it stuns even elites. So I may make a build using that at some point, but as of right now, Lunging Strike is the best for this build. Okay, so you take Lunging Strike. I have it ranked all the way up. Then I have it to deal increased damage and heal you for 2 life. And then I also have the combat version of it, which allows you to go berserk, because I said this is also a berserker build as well. So next, for my core skills, I have upheaval. This is the only skill I have in core. Upheaval is it's great for area control or you know, that crowd control. Yeah, it clears out the room pretty good. I have it modified to stun enemies, and also if I hit 2 or 3 enemies, I go berserk again. It's for a berserk build. So, and when you go berserk, you get increased damage and increased movement speed. So, and this lasts up to 5 seconds, and then the more berserk like qualifiers you have or whatever, it allows you to continue the duration of being berserk. So I have upheaval. I have it ranked to level 6, past 5. You can actually go past the levels if you have items or equipments that give you more rank for certain skills. And I have those. I have that equipment and those abilities and things like that. So that's how I'm able to go beyond the standard 5. So from there, my defensive skills, I like the rally cry because it makes you unstoppable, and it also grants you movement speed, and your resource generation goes up. So and you can also use it to buff your partners and teammates or whoever you may be playing with in the area. It buffs everybody for a short duration, but I like the rally cry because it adds that movement speed, and also if you're trapped or you're stuck in ice or anything like that, if you use the rally cry, then he gets out. So that's great. So I have that as well for my defense. Other than that, I don't really have a defense skill set other than the rally cry. I've been thinking about Iron Skin or something, but I'm not sure. Okay, so next I have my brawling skills, which I have leap. Leap is mobile as well. You can leap in any direction for any amount of distance, as long as it's on the screen and you're pointing in that direction or on that enemy. So I like to use it to close the distance or get in and get out as well. So if I'm in a area or a group with and you know they're swarming me, I could either leap out of that and do damage to someone across the way and then get back to it. That's when I would use like upheaval or something. You know, I get outside the crowd and then I use upheaval, and that normally takes them out. You know, I'm gonna show you gameplay on all that, but just like with upheaval, see, I have it ranked at 6. So I have an item or something that adds to the leap. So you can go beyond 6. I even had like 8 before. So it just depends on your equipment and how you're set up. Other than that, you see, these are things that came with my equipment too, like charge and shit. I have So yeah, for my brawling skills, I have leap. Um, all these other things are with are just like buffs or moves I don't use, like kick. I probably never use kick. Oh, for the movement speed, there's a tab for the barbarian that allows him to just while he's regular running, he can have increased movement speed. And I have this maxed out to 3. I didn't go to the quick impulse control and parent effects or whatever. Might be something I'll look into if I get more skill points, just to buff my character a little more. And other than that, you can buff the rally cry. So this booming voice skill allows you to increase the duration of rally cry. So when I do rally cry, I can run for like 6 to 10 seconds, I believe, with the rally cry active, and I have that increased movement speed and resource generation. And then this allows me to heal my allies. It's like a health buff for my allies. You know, their health go up by 1 second. And this one does a damage reduction to the enemies. I don't have this one. I don't really need it. You know, I feel like I can help my teammates more with the heals. You know, get crazy in Sanctuary. All right, so next, the other staple of my build is Death Blow. Look, I even have that ranked to 7 out of 5. Now with Death Blow, the Barbarian, he tries to kill you in 1 strike. So it's a really powerful blow, and the more you build upon it, and the higher your strength and your skills and things, the more successful it is. Now it does have a pretty long cooldown, but and if you hit them with the death blow and they don't die, it has a cooldown. But if you hit them with the death blow and it resets, if they die, it resets. So when it resets, you can use it again. But if same conditions though, if you don't kill them, you have to wait for the cooldown. If you do kill them, you can strike again with the death strike, and it's a high damage strike. I like to use it when after I took down a little bit of the health, and I'm pretty sure I'm in the range that I could kill them. Then I would use the strike. So you can see up here it says that it deals 57 to 69. That's 192% damage in front of you. That's just off the regular. So that's not including while I'm berserking or any other buffs that I may have. That's just off the regular. And it'll take away, it hits multiple enemies as well. So if you have a crowd of enemies in front of you and they're low level, or you know, they're not like elites or anything, a few hits and then a death blow and you're gonna kill like 5 of them. So that's why I like death blow. And also I haven't seen anyone else with this build, so I wanted to try something different. I know a lot of people use whirlwind. I'm not really fond of whirlwind. I think it uses too much fury. I'd rather deal with the cooldowns than the fury, so that's what I have. And then I have it enhanced, so it does increase damage to bosses. So if it's a boss, you can do 100% damage on top of 5,700. You can do another 5,700 or better. So that leads to me having those big strikes for 13,000, 15,000, 20,000 just off 1 hit, while dealing with bosses and elites, or sometimes even the smaller characters, but it normally wiped them out within about 7,000 or 8,000 points. So also, if I hit anyone, I go berserk for 3 seconds. So that adds to my berserking again. So I have 3-second berserk here. I have what this does. This gives me fury, but this also makes me go berserk, and this also makes me go berserk. So that includes all my berserking or whatnot. Then next, I have the ultimate. I have the Call of the Ancients. I love the Call of the Ancients. The rest of them are pretty cool, but I just get the more use out of this one. You know, when I use this one, I gain fury, which helps me use my upheaval. So that's why I like it the most. And it's very good for clearing crowds or bosses or elites, anybody. So I like this one. I'm gonna mess with another build you know, and play with some of the others. Like I haven't did the Wrath of the Berserker. You know, it just doesn't seem. You know, I can go berserk for doing all kind of things, and it only lasts for 10 seconds, so I can get that just off my equipment and how I have my other skills set up. So I don't think I ever used that one. I used this one before. It's like chains and weapon, so it's pretty cool, but the duration's too short, and this does way more damage for longer. So that's why I have Call of the Ancients. I think that's the best one for the Barbarian. There's a two-handed, what's this? One-handed weapons. Yeah, so if you're using like the Frenzy skill, when I'm using the Frenzy, that's when you have the dual-wield weapons for Barbarian. You can use this buff, the Duelist buff, to increase that attack speed on top of whatever buffs you may have for that. I switch in between. Lunging Strike is my favorite, but I did the Frenzy because the Barbarian's expertise is all the weaponry he gets to play with. So whenever you max out any of these, let me show you. You can max out these up to level 10, and you get buffs per weapon. And then whatever buff that you like, you can equip it to be your weapon technique over here. And your weapon technique, it applies to all your weapons. So you get the buff for all your weapons. So I think that's cool. I like to use the Lunging Strike, which uses the two-handed weapon, the mace, a lot. So that's why it's on level 10. I think my Death Blow uses the two-handed sword. So that's why it's on level 4. I use those both a lot. That and the axe. The polearm is great too. It's great when you have, it's for Lunging Strike. When you have the Lunging Strike, you use the polearm, or you just use all these two-handed weapons. So my build focuses on the two-handed weapons. I think they're a lot stronger, and they just have a lot more playability. So I like it like that. But see here, you have the two-handed axe allows you to increase damage to vulnerable enemies. The polearm allows you to increase lucky hit chance. The two-handed sword allows you to deal bleeding damage over time, and the two-handed mace, you gain 2 fury and double the amount while berserking, and you get increased critical strike damage to stun vulnerable enemies while berserking. So that's what you get when you get to level 10. So when you get to level 10 on all these, they have an additional, you know, buff that you get, but you have to kill enemies and use these weapons to level that up. But I have the two-handed mace set up, so that's the one I like to go with this build. So next we have the Paragon board. I had some trouble trying to figure it out, but I watched a few videos and I mapped out some things. So right now I'm building strength, dexterity, and I'm trying to get these glyphs socketed, this one right here, to try to meet this requirement to see if I could get that buff, if that's how it works. I'll let y'all know how that goes. But see, that's where I'm at. Not too far. I actually got a skill point I need to use. So I want to go ahead and put this glyph in. I just love it. Yeah, so bad. So I'm getting these dexterities so I can I need to have 25 by the time I put this glyph in this socket, and this will allow me, it's a 3-way glyph, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 25. I need all 5 of these when I get here, and then I should be able to get this buff in theory. I think that's how it works. I'll let y'all know. I'll make another update video or something. Oh, by the way, follow the channel, subscribe for more Diablo content. It's Jet Setters Gaming. I'm Jet Setter King. There's 2 of us. There's also Jet Setter Mo. He's playing as well. He just had a baby, so there might be a lot of solo content for a while. But hey, stay tuned, man. We're gonna keep that content coming for you. Show you this Barbarian and my other builds, and or when I switch characters, you know, dungeon gameplay, all that type. So, you know, man, y'all lock in, subscribe, like, comment anything you may want to chime in about, any information you may have for me or anything you want me to explain further. So, man, that's about it for my Barbarian. I'm going to attach some gameplay with this, so, you know. Yes, sir.